Okay, so I'm going to show you how both Mike Coyle, another earth-based science teacher at Harwood, and I have our Schoology classes set up. So if I was to go into one of my classes, you'll see that the students have each of their units organized into a folder system. This keeps their class nice and organized for them, nice and tidy, so that they don't have to search around for the different unit material. If we're to go into a unit, so we'll click on Unit 2 here, the students get to see a unit overview. It talks about what they'll be learning about and what the whole unit encompasses. They get the essential questions ahead of time, so what they will know at the end of the unit. They get their learning targets ahead of time, so what they will be able to do. And each of the learning targets are worded in I can statements. Before the students get into their assignments, the a la carte menu here, they have to do their reading, so they have to submit their chapter notes. Once they have submitted these, so each of these are labeled with progressions or required completion rules, so they have to read this, then they have to read this, and such. Once they have completed all of the things above, they are able to go into the a la carte menu. In the a la carte menu, the students are given a variety of choices of different tasks. Some are videos, some are discussion posts where they have to comment on each other and other pieces of work. Some are, worksheets, some are labs. So there's all of these different items, different assignments that they are able to choose from. And each of those assignments they are able to submit in different ways. They can print the assignment out and submit a hard copy. They can do the assignment through like Notability or Google Drive and submit it that way. Some of the assignments that are labs and projects, they can, create videos and create movies. They could record their responses. So they're not only given a variety of choices to pick from, but they're also given a variety of ways to submit their work or to show their learning. The other thing that you might notice are these little numbers down here. These are all of the learning targets. Each assignment and eventually each test and quiz question is assigned to a learning target. I can describe how gravity keeps objects in the solar system and so on. I can distinguish between the inner and outer planets based on composition, size, and location. I can compare and contrast rotation day and revolution year. So each of these assignments are linked to learning targets, so then when the students look at their mastery, or if I was to look at their mastery, we can see how the students are progressing throughout the unit. Now, where do we find all these learning targets and all of these things besides in the classroom? This button, the resource button, has been the greatest part of Schoology for both Mike Coyle and I. So in here we have a group folder. We are the Earth Science class. And in here are all of our major overarching units of Earth-based science. And just, for instance, if we were going to our astronomy unit, Mike and I have posted tons and tons of different assignments. We don't use all of these assignments. Some of them we have decided don't fit our learning targets and we don't need to use. But we've just posted lots and lots of assignments here so that we can be working at the same time. We can both be submitting stuff. We can both be working on quiz questions at the same time. All of these things, and so then we can go back into this resource and we can keep it for year after year, and then we can go back in and say, hey, this assignment worked really well, this assignment didn't really lead the students to where we wanted them to go, and we can look back over our work year after year. Now our learning targets are also in this resource folder. We have a learning objective folder, and we have all of our learning targets in here so that we can go back to them year after year as well. If the standards ever change, as they have in the past, we can go in and change them if we need to. So back in the course, we can look at student mastery based on those learning targets that we have assigned. If we hit this little mastery button, we will see that these students have, if they're in the green, they have successfully completed each individual learning target, and each individual learning target will show at the top, 7 students exceeded expectations, 4 did not meet, and each learning target will show that. We can even go into the learning objective view, and it shows a nice little graphic visual representation of each learning target. So here's the learning target, here are the assignments that were associated with that learning target, and we can see the percentile of students, like how well they did on that learning target. Now, if we were true proficiency-based school, students that did not meet learning targets, so if we go back into that achievement section, students that were in the red and did not meet that learning target, they would have to show proficiency in that target first before they could move on to the next unit. This will be a powerful tool once we're a true proficiency-based school. Right now, we're just not there yet. So another powerful tool that Schoology offers is if I was to go into course options, I can view this course as myself, obviously. I could also view it as a student or a parent. So if I was to go into a student view, I can see, again, the mastery as a student, and I can say, okay, this learning target, this student completed 100% mastery of this target based on this Unit 1 test. Or as we keep going down through, we can see these are all the different assignments that this student completed based on this learning target, and here is how they did on each of the assignments, and overall this is how they are doing based on that learning target. So this is a really powerful tool for students to use and see as well, to track how they're doing in the unit as the unit is going on. They can look at this mastery daily if they need to as they're completing different assignments, so that they can see for the unit test, is there an area they need to work on before the test comes? Is there an assignment they need to complete that's associated with another learning target? So they can use this for themselves as well.